done a decent job. This event's probably a testament to that. But our work is not done in this space. There's a lot of room for significant innovation and significant opportunity to solve more of your needs. We also see at the same time opportunities to help others in adjacent industries. We have customers who are actually designing entire buildings using SolidWorks. That's right, a mechanical CAD tool being used for construction. So we had to spend some time with them to understand why and what are the reasons. And what we realized is the tools they have are really underserving the market. And we saw an opportunity for ourselves to help. So we did some research. We learned that while manufacturing productivity per employee is up significantly over the past 20 years, in the construction industry, it's actually down significantly over the same period of time. When we're talking to people, we learned this was because of fragmentation and poor collaboration between architects, engineers, owners, and clients. Again, this really gave us a vision and a reality of an opportunity. We saw an opportunity to provide true 3D and collaboration tools for the construction industry, just like we did in 1995 for this industry. So we took the idea to Bernard, because this is an important step, a step to do something new, adjacent to what we do. We were a little worried about what he was going to say, but quite frankly, Bernard was very excited by this opportunity. And he pledged the full support of DS Resources to make this happen. Today, I'm very thrilled to introduce our first offering from SolidWorks for the construction industry. It's called SolidWorks Live Buildings. It's an easy-to-use tool for the conceptual process and planning and early cost estimation in the construction industry. It's going to allow people to collaborate with team members online and early in the process. It's a true 3D tool for this industry with the benefits that you enjoy applied to the construction space. And it's going to complement many of the existing tools that exist in the industry today. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is not just SolidWorks with new features put on top of it. This is a new application. It's built for online. It's built to support owners in their decisions about their property, both long-term and short-term around cost, whether they should rent, renovate, or build a new building, and things around site selection as well. It has functional concepts that will differentiate it, such as walls or walls, spaces or spaces, stairs, columns, and curtain walls. The focus is for buildings and planners, and it's going to allow them to communicate better than ever with their clients and their teams, and most importantly, win business. Instead of talking about it, I'm going to bring up Neil Cook, our Manager of Product Marketing, to give you a look at SolidWorks Live Buildings. Neil, come on up.
Okay, let's see if we can apply my SolidWorks skills to the construction industry. Now, what better way to introduce SolidWorks Live Building than to take a look at the new DS campus in Waltham, Massachusetts? All the DS companies in this area will be moving into this office building in the summer. And this is pretty much how the building looks at the moment, empty. So let's go ahead and add some content. We'll go ahead and use this live section tool down the right, which is organised by floors. It makes it very easy to dive into the building to start adding our content. Now, it's typical of planners to design a floor plan in 2D. This particular design was actually designed in DraftSign. So we can take the DWG file and overlay that into our 3D design. It makes it easy to use it as a guide to add content, such as walls and stairwells. Speaking of stairs, let's go ahead and add one in. You can see it snaps to the floor and brings on a triad, very similar to the one that you find in SolidWorks. So you can move it across and snap it up against the wall. This content is intelligent as well, so it'll add a hole in the floor above. Now, we know that not many of our customers actually design buildings themselves, but many of you design content that goes into buildings, such as furniture and plumbing and air conditioning. So what we've done is made it easy for you to share your content with the building planners. So let's go ahead and search some content online. And it's going to give me a number of items that we're going to use within this building. So we'll take a look at the cubicle and just drag and drop that into the floor space. It uses a concept similar to SmartMate, so it knows exactly where it's supposed to go. And if you want to make a copy of that, we'll simply use the triad, as we saw previously, and just drag it over to the left. So you can see, very quick, very easy, a very nice conceptual tool for designing office space. We can also use the concept of patterns to update this design as well. Okay, starting to look good here. We can see we've got a nice layout of cubicles in the building. What we don't have is any office space, so let's go ahead and add some of those for the execs. Okay, if you want to add an office, just go down to a very simplified user interface at the bottom, just pick a rectangle, and we're just going to draw the space up against this wall here. Now, because we're based on the V6 online platform, it makes it very easy to collaborate with customers and suppliers. There's a very handy little chat section at the bottom there where you can work with your customers. Apparently there's a new CEO in town and he wants a bigger office. So let's go ahead and make some changes to that. We can take the whole office and just pick it up and just drag it across. Is that big enough, Patrol? No? Okay. Okay, well we see we've got an open conference space there. Perhaps we'll steal some of that. So we'll go ahead and resize this. Just go ahead and pick a wall. And again, using the triad, we'll just drag it out. SolidWorks Live Builder understands the difference between interior walls, exterior walls, curtain walls. So you can see it automatically trims itself back. And if we can either delete that wall or just drag it over there to finish our design. Now, of course, we now need to add an office for the Trans assistant, Trina. So we'll just go ahead and just drag and copy to create a new building, sorry, a new office right next to the Trans. And as before, we can just take that and we just use the triad and we'll copy and paste that over to the left. Perhaps make an office for Fielder, and if we pattern it, perhaps I'll take one of those myself as well. Okay, but I know that Trina won't be really very happy with an office that doesn't have a window, so we'll go ahead and steal some of Bertrand's space and we'll just go ahead and just draw lines. We can use lines, arcs, any particular shape you want to create an office space, so you're not limited to your designs. Okay, so looking pretty good. Finally, the content we'll add is just going to add in a door. It uses the smart mates that we saw previously to snap them into place. But being a door, it also behaves like a smart component. It knows that it needs to cut a hole out in the wall.